everyone! So today I'm going to be talking about my pregnancy and everything that happened in the first trimester, all the crap that I experienced, and what I did to deal with it. But first off, I want to say a big thank you to those of you who were able to reach out and help me in my previous video. I do greatly appreciate that. Things worked out okay, so I'm very happy. No, Nemo! No! So, sorry, my cat keeps getting up in my face. So everything worked out okay. We are A-okay right now, so I really, again, greatly appreciate everyone that was kind enough to be able to help with that. Thank you very, very much. On a side note, yes, things have been still very stressful and tough in this situation, but I am still trying to stay positive as possible. But it's honestly speaking, it's not easy, and it makes me very, very sad. So yeah. Anyway, so let's get into it. So for those of you who may not realize or know, I am very little. I am 5'2", which is about 152 centimeters or something like that. I'm very short. And I weigh 103 pounds. I don't know what that is in kilograms, sorry. You can Google that though if you want. So I am a very tiny person when it comes to being pregnant. Okay. Nemo wants to say hello. Okay, now go away. So take that into consideration because there are other things regarding my pregnancy that are affected because I am so little. So I found out I was pregnant when I was 6 weeks. And I previously stated in another video that I thought I had food poisoning because I had left some salmon out to thaw in the fridge, and then I made that and it smelled a little fishy, haha, no pun intended. But I wasn't sure if it was good or not. I still cooked it and I ate it, and then I felt horrible the next day. So I thought I had food poisoning, which ultimately I think I actually did. And also the nausea though started at that same time regarding being pregnant. So I was really nauseous and I felt horrible and it felt like food poisoning. And I think I had those effects for 2 days, and then the nausea felt a little bit different on the 3rd day, and it continued and continued on, and I had called into work and I felt just utter crap. And then 2 weeks later I took a test and it was positive. So that was that. That's how that happened. So I freaked out. I had a panic attack. I knew that I had a chance of becoming, pregnant, of course. I'm not stupid about what happens and how babies are made and stuff. So I really wasn't too shocked. I knew there was a chance that it could be that, but when it actually happened, I freaked out. So from there on, of course, had a lot of nausea. I personally did not actually throw up though too much. I did some, not a whole lot though. And when I did throw up, it was like dry heaving, like my body wanted to, and I just wound up like spitting. And most of the time when I did throw up, I had some blood in there, which freaked me out really bad and scared me. Apparently that's supposed to be a normal thing, and I kept calling someone over to take a look just in case it was something else, and they were like, no, they brushed it all off and everything. So apparently you may have blood in you when you get sick because of either micro tears in your throat, which I didn't think I was throwing up enough to cause that. And I didn't really taste blood. and it was bright red, so it wasn't dark or anything. If it's dark colored, then that is a serious matter. You should definitely contact someone about that. You can also have bleeding gums, which did start much later on towards the end, kind of the first trimester. Is my teeth would bleed because I was brushing them so much, not from just being sick, but I could not handle the bad taste in my mouth. So I felt like I had like bad breath and a bad taste in my mouth all the time, and that still does happen whenever I eat. I want to go and I brush my teeth pretty much right away. I can't handle the taste of food lingering in my mouth anymore. And that really, really bugs me. So be very careful with that. I started to get a gag complex too with brushing my teeth. So sometimes I couldn't even do that. It would trigger me to get sick. So I used mouthwash. Excuse me. That's another thing. Burping. You get to be gassy. That's not fun. That started happening pretty quick on once I found I was pregnant. I was burping all the time, and I had to use the bathroom, of course, a lot more frequently, like going pee. And that was kind of like a first time before I took the test, is I was like, oh, I feel sick all the time. I have to pee all the time. What the heck is up with this? I don't understand. Why does food poisoning make you pee? It didn't actually click that it wasn't food poisoning. It was a tiny little demon growing inside of me. So there was that. And I was under a lot of stress, and that I think triggered, I have a heart condition. I get palpitations and I get chest pains and stuff, and I'm very sensitive to caffeine. So my heart acted up a whole lot, and only recently has kind of calmed down with not giving me a bunch of pains. But if you do have a heart condition, that can be amplified. Depression can definitely be amplified, especially during the first trimester, which happened to me, and that was very serious and very, very bad for me. And I didn't have the support that I needed during that time. So please be aware if you have depression and stuff, that can get very bad. So I'm not looking forward to after the baby is born, because I'm pretty sure I'll have some very bad postpartum depression. Let's see, what else? Another weird and random thing is that I don't want to say this, but it happens. If you Google strange pregnancy side effects, it does come up. Your hormones could possibly get a lot more increased, where you get pretty horny sometimes. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So if you've got that significant other who is still in your life, they may appreciate that. Anyways, so that can happen, which is kind of funny. I mean, you got like a little baby and then you want to make babies. I don't know, it's funny. So during the first trimester too, because you're not able to eat a whole lot, and you definitely cannot eat like a normal person. You can't. That was kind of trying to be pushed on me, is to eat normal things like an In-N-Out burger and stuff, and that just is not going to happen. It's not going to freaking happen. Don't let anyone try to tell you too that you are eating for two, because the baby inside you is just, it's a little thing. It's a teeny tiny, it's a bean. It's literally a bean. You're not eating for two yet. You don't need to pack on the extra calories into your daily intake until about the second trimester, when you can actually eat from food and start to get your appetite back. So ignore all that bull crap of, oh, you need to suddenly eat so much. Gaining a lot of weight all at once is very bad too. So weight gain is going to be gradual throughout your pregnancy. And during the first trimester, I couldn't eat crap. My craving was sushi, which I couldn't, eat anyways. I did keep down some vegetable sushi though, which was pretty good. And then my go-to food that I could eat was raw, uncooked baby carrots. I ate quite a lot of them. Ginger did not help with the nausea whatsoever. The one thing that did help was freshly squeezed lemon water. So I would squeeze some lemons, put that in my water and drink that. Lemonade would help sometimes too, but then there was also someone else of the opinion that that was causing a lot of acid in my stomach and making me sick. I don't know. I couldn't really eat anything, so I didn't mind having something in me, at least. Again, I was very stressed and upset at this time period too, so when I get like that, I generally can't eat. So all the sources that will tell you it's okay. You could actually lose weight during this first trimester, which happened with me. I did actually lose weight and have only recently just begun to gain it. I am currently in my fifth month and am 21 weeks right now. You definitely are not going to be showing pregnancy, or at least you shouldn't really, for a while, and I only just began to show. So, be aware of that, especially if you are a little like me. You're not going to be showing. You can be further along and everything, and you won't show. You'll just look like maybe you had a little bit too much a big Chipotle burrito baby in your tummy or something, which is kind of how I look. You're going to feel very bloated, which is not fun. You'll be, like I said, very gassy. You'll be burping, and you could have some really extreme farts. Just going to put that out there. So just beware when you get up in the morning. You might scare yourself or your partner or something. I recommend, as soon as you find out, try to get an appointment with an OBGYN if you are going to choose that path as quickly as possible. I was much further along than what they thought, so my first appointment was actually at the very end of my first trimester. Woohoo! Ask your doctor for these tablets, which help with nausea. Sorry, Nemo's being weird. And you can get ones that you either swallow or ones that you dissolve in your mouth. I highly recommend getting dissolvable ones. They have a slight mint taste to them, and you don't have to worry about, swallowing anything, especially if you have a gag complex. That makes it really hard. And they dissolve, and they act within like 5 to 10 minutes. They act really quick, which is greatly appreciated. I wish I had them much early on during the pregnancy. And then so long as you are drinking lots of fluids, you're okay. So try to keep down as much water as you possibly can. They say that's the most important thing, as long as you have a lot of fluids compared to eating a lot of food. What else? Forgetfulness. That's gonna happen. Pregnancy brain. It's a thing. You're gonna have those blonde moments. Quite freaking awesome. Often. All the time I could be doing something and suddenly, wait, what was I doing? Where was I going? I think it's getting slightly better now. Maybe not. Probably not. So that's not really fun. So do make notes to yourself and keep a schedule on your phone or whatnot for little reminders, because you're gonna be forgetting crap crying often. What else? Trying to think. Oh yes, smelly stuff. I like garlic bread and garlic toast and all that stuff, and I could not handle the smell of any of that. Anything smelly. Yes, Nemo. You were smelly too. No, not really. I could not handle the smell of anything pungent at all. Any kind of food I could not stand. Cigarette smoke was very much amplified. I hated that smell. Marijuana smoke I couldn't handle. When I would smell people around me that were outside and smoking, like I could smell it from a ways off. So your senses are going to be extremely heightened. That's not all just in your head, as I was told by people. It's not. It's very much a thing. So a mother told me that she used to put essential oils like on the tip of her nose, and that would help with the smells. And it does. It really, really does. Get some little essential oils, put in like some lotion or something, or if you have other essential oils that are made for going directly on the skin, put a little bit right on the tip of your nose. That way you're smelling that and you're not really smelling anything else. And keep that on you. That way you continually have that and you are smelling those wonderful things like lavender. No, Nemo. Like lavender or mint, something that you can personally handle. A lot of my lotions and stuff I could not handle. They were just too strong for me. I have to use very plain stuff. Even right now, a lot of my lotions and creams and stuff like that, I can't handle too much of. Just been using natural things. It is important too that you start taking some prenatal vitamins right away as well. I'm finishing up this bottle right here that I have. These are gummies. These ones are a lot easier to get down to if you have nausea, the gummy ones, compared to like swallowing pills. The doctor should tell you that you should look for ones that have DHA in it, folic acid, and B12. B6 helps with nausea. I was taking B6 supplements as well before I got the nausea pills. I don't feel that it really helped that much. I don't know, but you can definitely get some of that. So I was taking multivitamins along with B12 or B6 supplements. And I was taking iron a lot too, an iron supplement, because sometimes you can become anemic. I wasn't, but I was getting very, very lightheaded all the time from standing up, and I did have a lot of extreme exhaustion. And when I took my iron supplements, I noticed that that started to help with that a bit. So that was good. I do recommend taking some iron. Learn to stand up slowly. I personally have vertigo, so the dizziness and lightheadedness was not fun. It was something I'm a little bit used to because of having vertigo. But I gotta be very careful with that. No, it's not so much now as it was during the first trimester, especially when you're not able to eat a whole lot. So that's kind of everything, I think. You will feel bloated too, which is really annoying. So you'll feel your stomach is bloated. It's not that you're showing, it's just that you're bloated, which is an annoying side effect. So some people get that during their, menstrual time and stuff. So it'll feel like that. And I think that's kind of everything for first trimester. Not too much has happened during the second trimester, except recently, just a few days ago, I started to be able to feel the baby. So that's a whole other thing, and I'll make a video specifically on like what it feels like feeling the baby. So yeah. If you guys have any other tips that you guys have experienced, make sure and comment down below for any other future mama that may need so. Or if you have any questions, go for it. You can ask whatever question you need to down below regarding the pregnancy. If you are curious about something or whatever, I'll try to answer to the best of my ability that I can. So yeah. Also, because you start to get bloated and everything, you'll see that wearing tight clothes is not very easy. So I started wearing a lot more skirts and dresses and the ever controversial legging. So that's another thing, is you're not going to be able to wear jeans too much, even with the elastic trick that you can loop and everything. That didn't really help very much. So yeah. So stay positive, try to stay happy during your first trimester. I know it's hard, especially if you don't have any support. Then that makes it a lot worse. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. May the force be with you as always, and have a good one. Bye bye.